Okay, I started recording the class. This is Artin Behdad, and today I'm gonna start my free class about Forex analysis. Please pay attention. As a Forex trader, we should be able to analyze the chart and find the reversal points in advance. It's very important because every trading strategy includes trading and analyzing, and we should be able to find it in advance. For example, when market is here, we should be able to find this point in advance, that if price reached there, we then trade in our direction. For example, here, when price is here, we know in advance when price reaches there, it will reverse and make a trend in down direction. And we should trade in down direction and make money, make profits from this trend. Okay? That's analyzing responsibility. And as a trader, oh, it's a very good trend. And as a trader, one of your first responsibility is to be able to take trends from the beginning. In this case, we took this trend at the beginning, and I will teach you how you can take such a trend. If you trade without analyzing, it's a big mistake. In fact, it's a very big mistake, because if you trade without analyzing, despite you will get a lot of signals, trading signals, you can trade a lot, but almost not all of them, but most of them are false. And it will drain your account and you will be doomed to lose. Okay? So, despite you will get a lot of signals, for example, every time you find some reversal in momentum, you should take a trade without caring about the position of the market. So in this case, you will get a lot of signals, but most of them are false, and you lose a lot. And our purpose from trading is not putting more trade, it's making money. And if you want to make money, you should trade with analyzing, not without analyzing. And those people who use candlesticks solely, who use reversal solely, moving average class solely, they can't make it in this market. Okay? So you need analyzing to finding reversal point in advance, and when price reach there, you should take trades. Okay? Okay. In Forex market, we have three movements: downtrend or decline. People who came from a stock market call downtrend decline too. In downtrend, sellers make money. A person who sell here, for example, he put a sell here, he can make money from this movement, and buyers can't make money from downtrend. And in uptrend or rally, buyers can make money. Buyers can make money, and a person who put a trade, for example, here, he can make money in this uptrend, because uptrend is good for buyers. And sideways, when market goes in sideways, no one can make money in this time frame. Please pay attention. I deliberately call this time frame. Let me explain sideways first. In sideways, market goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, in different direction, goes up and down, and it takes a lot of stop. If you trade here, he kick you out. Here, kick you out. Out. Kick you out a lot, okay? Because market is sideways in this time frame. Please pay attention. When market is sideways in this time frame, most likely is very trendy in two shorter time frame. For example, if this is daily time frame, it's like this, market goes nowhere. In H1 time frame, market makes very good trends. In daily, it's sideways, but in H1, it's a very good and trendy market. And for example, if this is in H4, it's sideways. In M50, it's very trendy market. And the best strategy when your trading time frame is sideways is staying out of the market. Okay? No one has question so far. Should I continue? If you have any question, please write it down in the comment box here. Okay, a natural movement in Forex market is not like this, that market goes in one direction, just one direction. It's not like that. Market goes, for example, wants to go here to here in up direction, makes a trend, then comes back and make a correction. Trend, correction. Trend, correction. Trend, it's like this, okay? Market doesn't just go in one direction like this. It's not like this. Market makes trend, correction, trend, correction, trend, correction. And this is a very good feature here, that trends are in direction of higher movement. Please pay attention here. In here, higher movement is up direction. Price went from here to here, up direction, like this. When price goes in up direction, all the trends will be in direction of the higher degree, in this example, up the direction, and all the corrections will be in opposite direction of higher movement. In this case, down direction. So trends are in direction of higher movement, here up, 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 and corrections are in opposite direction of higher movement. In this case, down, down, down. Okay? And here, let's erase this. And here, price has gone from here to here, down, okay? So the trend will be in down direction, trends down, corrections opposite direction, up. Trends down, opposite, up. Corrections up. Trend down, okay? So trends are in direction of higher movement, correction is in opposite direction of higher movement. Any question? If you have question, please write it down. And the next thing. Two important features of the market that we will use it a lot. The first feature is correction usually will be followed by the trend. Please pay attention. Corrections will be followed by trends. Corrections usually will be followed by trends. Corrections by trends. Correction, trends. Please pay attention. It's very important. It's important because if we take the end of corrections here, this correction, if we take here, we can take this trend, okay? If we take end of this correction, we can take this trend. And if we take this correction, we can take this trend. Okay? So it's very important that we could able to take end of correction. This is first feature, and it's very important. The second feature, trend will be followed by the correction or opposite trend. This is a trend. it will be followed, this is a trend, followed by correction. It's good for us because we want to take profit out of the market before market reverses, because it's possible it goes here, another trend. So the end of the trend will be followed by the correction. End of the trend will be followed by the correction. And this trend will be followed by correction. It's very important that we should be able to take end of the trend, because after trend, a correction will happen, or another trend in opposite direction. And when we take a trend from beginning, we don't want to pay back our profit to the market, okay? We want to take it, for example, if we take trend from here to here, I want to take my profit here, not here. Or I want to take my profit here before price reverse. So two important points that is very important for us for analyzing is beginning of the trend for entering the market and making money, and end of the trend for taking our profit out of the market. Okay, the next one. I want to give you a lesson that is very, very important for your trading and for your life. It's very important. You can save a lot of money with just learning what I'm going to teach you in next couple of minutes. Please forgive me for a second. I'll come back in. Okay, this lesson is very important. If you want to be a trader, you want to be a Forex trader, successful Forex trader, or trade in any market, other market, you should be able to take movement and trends from the beginning. Please pay attention. It's very important. After the fact, after the trend prove itself is worth nothing, you should be able to take trends from the beginning. It's very important. It's extremely important. In fact, there are a couple of characters related to trend. Aggressive traders, conservative traders, and outsiders. Please pay attention. Aggressive traders and conservative traders are two types of personality. Because some people think if they put trade, buy, or sell, they are very aggressive. If some people are careless and put a lot of trade, he's aggressive. No, he's not. In fact, aggressive trader and conservative trader both are very disciplined traders. Okay? Both are disciplined. And they should follow their training plan, and they should follow their money management, everything. But aggressive trader takes the trend from the beginning point. The beginning point, okay? Aggressive traders try to take trend from the beginning. But conservative traders try to wait for a trend to prove itself a little, okay? Because they are conservative. It's completely clear from his name, conservative. They are conservative traders and wait to trend prove itself. Then they take a trend. So Both aggressive traders and conservative traders make money in the trend. But outsiders, people who don't watch the market, people who don't learn, no, they can't make money because they enter the trade because they are outsiders. Sometimes they understand, or somebody tells them, oh, the market, for example, Euro USD makes a very good trend in up direction. After trend happens, they try to enter the market here, for example. When you enter the market here, you will lose, because trend already gives all of its profit, okay? All of its profit. There is no profit for you. Warren Buffett says, the investor of today can't make money from yesterday growth. Yesterday growth doesn't good for anything, okay? You should take trends from the beginning. This lesson is extremely important. Let me tell you a story, a recent story. In last weeks or even last 2 months, the price of dollar in compare of Iran currency increased a lot, okay? Couple of times more in the last 2 months. And some people made a lot of money from this growth of dollars to Persian currency, to Iran currency. But last week, some people tried to buy here. And after they bought, price came down dramatically because already trend has finished, okay? They were outsider and they get in the market too late. So the result, 6 people died because of heart attack, because of they lost almost all of their life by buying dollars. Despite many people could make a lot of money in this big trend, but they lost their money and they got heart attack. So if you want to enter the market, if you want to be a trader, try to take the trend from the beginning as a conservative trader or aggressive trader. And the next one. Please pay attention. I haven't written the name of the chart, for example, Euro USD 16 minutes or 15 minutes. I haven't written, but I just written topics. The reason is, all of I teach you in this class works in all time frame, all currency. So no matter it's GBP, JPY, weekly time frame or Euro USD 5-minute time frame, you can use this material, okay? And about charts, you can use this material that I teach you in bar chart, as I show you in bar chart, and also you can use it in candlestick chart. The reason is, in candlestick chart and bar chart, both highs and lows of the candle are the same. So you can use bar chart and candle. For example, watch here, I click from this low, this high, and change it to bar chart. That's this one. Change it to bar chart. It's still the same, okay? But if I want to use line chart, I can't. Watch here. There is difference between 2 points because line chart is based on close of the candle. You can't use line chart. So far, anybody has any question? If you have any question, please write it here because I want to move to analyzing tool, show you how analyzing tools work. So if you have any question, please write it down. No question? Okay, I go to analyzing tools. Our first analyzing tool is internal Fibonacci retracement. With this analyzing tool, let's me a big picture of the class from now on. I teach you three analyzing tool, internal and external and APP. And after that, I will put all together with this goal. I want to be able to find the beginning and end of the trend in advance. The beginning of the trend for entry and making money, and end of the trend for taking our profit out of the market as much as we can. Okay? So, our first tool is internal Fibonacci retracement. Our goal from using this tool is finding the end of correction. And the logic behind of this tool is corrections usually end around one of a special Fibonacci ratios. Which ratios I will tell you. Please pay attention. If you go and learn Fibonacci from other sources, they will tell you a lot of ratios. 23%, 38%, 50%, and 61.8%. You know, a lot of ratios. And if you draw Fibonacci based on these ratios, you will get a lot of line and price reverse in some of them, but most of the reversal will be fake. Price goes there and reversal, but you can't make money. But if you are experienced trader and if you want to trade like experienced trader, you don't need this 23%. Raise it. You don't need this 38%. Please pay attention. If you trade Elliott wave, excuse me, if you trade Elliott wave, this 38% is very important because it's target for end of wave 4. But if you don't know Elliott wave and you don't trade Elliott wave, you shouldn't keep this, and you should erase it. So please erase this and add this number, this extremely important number, 78.6. I draw here. Right. Okay. These three numbers are not erasable. Okay? You can't erase these three numbers because they are important, they are necessary. Believe me, you know, I hate unnecessary stuff. If it was erasable, I would erase it myself. Okay? They are not erasable. These three are important, and you should keep these three on your chart. Okay? So these three numbers are the numbers that we use for internal Fibonacci retracement. And price usually will reverse around one of these three numbers. In this case, it's 61.8%. So example number 1. Please pay attention. For drawing Fibonacci retracement, we should draw Fibonacci from the beginning to the end of the trend. It's very important. I make this with a little bolder with upper letter because it's very important. You should draw it on trends, not correction. We won't draw Fibonacci here. We won't draw it here. It's correction. We should draw it on trend. Okay? And when I add bars, I can see for this in this example, price has reversed on this level, 50%. Next example on here. Okay. We should just draw on trends. So this is trend. And I recommend you just for beginners. If after a while you don't need to do my recommendation here, but if you are beginner in drawing Fibonacci, before drawing, because you don't want to make mistake and drawing on correction, before drawing, draw a line on trend, just for beginning. Now, after a while, you don't need to. And then draw your Fibonacci level. Okay, your Fibonacci. And many times markets, very good trend. Shows a good respect to this Fibonacci. And when we use all the tools together, it's a whole hog. It's a very great result, okay? When you use all the tools together. So far, we just used Fibonacci retracement. After that, when you learn external and APP and you use all three together, you will get a lot of great results. Any question? If you have any questions so far, please write it down for me. I will answer for sure. And if no, I will continue the class. I wait a minute for your question and then continue the class. And meanwhile, I drink a glass of water. Right now, I can't hear your voice. Okay, Nicolas. Right now, I can't hear your voice because I muted all the mics because there was a lot of noises. But if you write it down, it's okay to me, and I will answer them. Thank you, Nicolas, for answering. Anybody has any question? I'm hearing, so I move on. Okay, no question so far. External Fibonacci retracement. In external Fibonacci retracement, our goal is finding the end of trend. Please pay attention. Internal finding end of corrections, but external finding the end of trend. Can anybody tell me why we should find the end of the trend? I already explained it, and can everybody tell me why we need to find the end of the trend? You know, I like communication. I don't want just I talk and you don't have any question and idea. I like some communication. If you have any okay, so I answered myself. our goal from finding end of the trend is because we already are in the trend and we already take the trade. Our goal from finding the end of the trend is taking our profit out of the market as much as we can. It's very important. Please pay attention. It's very important because we want to give back. We don't want to give back our profit to the market. You know, it's our money. We should keep it. So one of our duty is finding the end of the trend, and we can do it by external Fibonacci retrace. Okay, the logic here is trend usually will be end. Sorry, it's wrong. Will be ended Oh yeah, it's better. Ended from one special ratios of previous correction. It's completely opposite of internal. In internal, we draw on trends for finding the end of correction. Now we draw on correction to find the end of the trend. And the ratios here is 162%, 1.62 or 162%, and 127%. We draw it on correction, okay? We draw it on correction, and you can see here when price reached this target, this trend has already ended. If in this case we took this trend here, we should withdraw our money. We should be out of the market from here, okay? And you know, there was two ratios. Which one is the target of trend? It's a good question. In this Fibonacci, it was 3 ratios. Which one is the target? It's a very good question. I expect you to ask me such a question, you know. Very important, yeah? Challenging. And this question, I will answer it in the last part, or the next part of this presentation, this lecture, when we use all the material together. So in advance, you will find out which one of the lines are your target. Okay? Next example. Here. I draw it from here to here. Okay? At bars, and you can see trend has ended in 127%. It's very important. And you will learn which one of these two numbers are the target for your trend. Maybe in next 10 minutes or 20 minutes. Okay, this example. I draw Fibonacci retrace external from the beginning of the correction to end of the correction. Okay, this is the third example for this Fibonacci. It's very easy, and despite it's very easy, I showed you 3 examples. 3 examples on internal, 3 examples on external, and 3 examples on APP. So after this session, after next 10 minutes, you will learn 3 important tools to use. Okay, it's great. It's great. It can help you a lot. Each one of them can help you, and if you use them together, it will be awesome for your trading. So, in this case, very easy, from the beginning of the correction to the end of the correction. Okay, you can see trend has ended in 127%. One of these ratios. It happens a lot, almost all the time. You know, you can count off this analyzing. You can use it in your trading with your trading system, and this analyzing you can get much more better results. APP. APP has two different duties. Okay? Internal was just for finding end of correction. External was just good for finding trends. But APP is good for finding end of trends and end of correction. You should use it separately, okay? The logic behind it is trend usually will end in a special portion of previous trend, and corrections will end usually in a special portion of previous correction. That's how market works. So I want to find out where this trend will end. Okay, I draw AP or Fibonacci expansion. Okay, I use these three numbers: 0.60, 61.8%, 100%, and 162%. These three numbers. And if you use Elliott wave trading, this 38.2% will be target of wave 5 if you are an Elliott wave trader. But if you are not, just use these three numbers. Okay. For drawing, in this tool, we need 3 points. Please pay attention. Anywhere, if you have any questions, just ask it, okay? But please pay attention. For internal and external, we just use 2 points. Beginning and end of the trend, external beginning and end of the correction. And in here, in APP, we use 3 points. In this example, I use for the end of the trend. First point, beginning of the previous trend to end of previous trend to beginning of the recent trend. Okay? Beginning of the previous to end of the previous to beginning of the recent trend. You can see in here, trend has finished in 100%. Okay? The next example. It's very easy. I use a lot of examples because I want you to learn it properly. You know, that's why I use a lot of examples. In fact, they are very easy to use. They don't need this amount of examples, but everything I teach, I use a lot of examples. I want you to learn, you know, learn and use it in action, not just hear it and forget it, okay? That's why I am an example guy. In every lesson, I will show a lot of examples. Here, as I told you, we need 3 points. Which points? Beginning of the previous trend, end of the previous trend, and beginning of the recent trend. These 3 points. Okay? I draw it on these 3 points. trend has finished in 100%. Please pay attention. In here we have 3 lines, and we should be able to define which lines are important for us. We can't count on all 3 lines, okay? In advance, we should remove some of them. For example, we should be able to remove this one and this one. Okay? So, another example on APP. Another example on APP. In this example, I show you how to draw on correction to find end of the correction. Watch here. Please pay attention. Sorry, I didn't explain it at all. Sorry. Watch here. In here, this is correction. Okay? This is trend correction. We want to find the end of this correction. For the previous purpose, that was finding the end of trend, we draw it on trend, beginning of the trend, to end of the trend, and the beginning of the previous trend. Now, for correction, we use the beginning of previous correction. End of, not this one, sorry. Draw. So, beginning of previous correction. End of previous correction to beginning of previous current correction. Complete opposite of trend. Explain it again with pen. Beginning of previous correction to end of previous correction to end of previous to beginning of the current trend. Okay? Now you can see these lines, okay? These lines. Erase it. And you can see with this tool, we can find end of corrections too. They are very easy, but I show you a lot of examples because I want you to learn. Learn, use in action, not just learn, okay? I want you to learn it properly and use it in action. That's why I show you a lot of examples. And go to MT4. You know, most of you use MT4, and here I show you how to set the ratios for MT4. This is Fibonacci retracement on your MT4. The tool for Fibonacci retracement and Fibonacci extension is the same tool. Okay? For retracement, you should draw Fibonacci and double click on it and right click on property. Okay? In here, let me make it default. Okay. In here you can see a lot of ratios, but you should erase them. I told you why and how. Now I tell you how. Okay, you erase this, this, this. 50% is great, 61.8% is great, and 100% we don't need them. We don't need this. We don't need this, and we don't need this. But we need 78.6%. Here we should write this number 786, 0.786, and here we should write 78.6% and click on OK. Okay, this is for Fibonacci interval retracement. For external For excellent, we still have the same ratios. We draw it on here, and we should add some ratios here. Ratios here is 127, 1.27, right here, 127%, 162, 162%. Okay? They are the ratios. Please pay attention. In MT4, it's a little difficult because you have all the ratios here. But when you want to draw Fibonacci expansion, Fibonacci external Fibonacci retracement, ignore these rules, these lines. Okay, just care about this line. Michael said, the private is this privately said. Okay, maybe you should attend to the class at the proper time. Okay, the class as recorded. I recommend you guys when I set a time for the class, attend to the class in the right time to learn from the beginning. Okay, and if you haven't attended the class from the beginning, you should watch the recordings. That's what I can tell you. But I should continue because many people attend from the beginning, and I should continue this class. Okay, so far we have learned what is analyzing, what is our purpose, some important point about taking the trend, and a lot of stuff. And I taught you two important tools for entering, for using Fibonacci tool. I showed you three important tools and a lot of examples about each tool. So next part, I go to put all together. For the people who came late to my class, I recommend to stay, because in the last part I use psychology, you know, and if even you haven't attended in the correct time, but still can learn psychology of analyzing, you know, then you should watch the recordings and learn. Okay, let's go to all together part. In here, I show you some examples that I use the material that I just taught you in this class. Okay, so what was our purpose from analyzing? Can everybody tell me, write it down for my in comment box, can everybody tell me what was our goal from analyzing? If you can't, it's okay, because you should maybe rewatch this video, and if you can, please write it down for me. Our goal from analyzing is finding reversal points. Finding reversal points. One of the reversal points is beginning of the trend. We should find the beginning of the trend for entering and making money from the trend, and end of the trend because we want to take our profit out of the market as much as we can. That's our goal from analyzing. And I covered here with 6 examples. The first example, I want to find the end of this correction by using internal Fibonacci retracement with these ratios, the ratios that you already know. Please watch here. It's very important. Very good example. Actually, by watching this example, I a little get some energy because it's very good, important. Watch here. Price has reached here and reversed, but it's before 50%. Please pay attention. For ending a correction, before 50% and after 78.6% is a dangerous area. Okay? So it's reached and reversed. We don't care. We don't care about reaching this point because it hasn't reached 50%. 50% is great for us because when price reverses before 50%, we don't watch it. Okay? If you are a long-term trader, when price is here, don't care about it. We need to price reach this zone. This is the safe zone for correction between 78.6% and 50%. Okay? So I add here, before price reaching there, I should draw Fibonacci ATB, Fibonacci expansion. Okay, I just remember in MC4, I didn't taught you Fibonacci expansion, and almost all the people that watch this thing from me, because I already have 3 days analyzing in my YouTube channel, has a question about Fibonacci expansion, and I will show it after this example. Okay, watch here. We have 2 lines that Fibonacci expansion and Fibonacci retracement are close together. One, this here, this is a zone, and other here. Okay? So, this far line, I remove it, and I remove this. We have 2 zones for reversal. I add bars, and you can see price, price has reversed in this zone. Please pay attention. We have 2 zones. Why this zone? In trading system, based on our entry signal and momentum position, should tell us in here, this zone is okay for us. If in this zone, in first zone, in fact, in each zone, our entry point gives us entry signal, we take it. Okay? If, for example, in here, it didn't give us entry signal, so we should wait for the next one. But if in here it gives us an entry signal, we will take it. Okay? And we'll enjoy this good downtrend. The next example, finding the end of correction again by APP and internal retracement. It's just like this example. It's the same. You know, the process is easy. It's not difficult. I use a lot of examples because I want you to learn it properly. Okay? So, I add bars. Now we have a wave that I want to draw Fibonacci APP on it. Now we have 2 zones. Sorry. We should erase those lines that are far from each other. It's very far, it's very narrow, it's very good, and a little wide zone. It's better for me. It's a very narrow zone. And you can see a correction has ended and very beautiful profitable trend has occurred. And if we take trend from here, we will make a lot of money with this trend. I use APP and internal for end. Okay, let's go to MT4. I forgot about it. Fibonacci expansion. It's possible you can't find it here. If it wasn't there, right-click on this box, not other boxes. Here, this box, right-click, customize, and find it from here and insert it here. For example, it's like this. You should find it. Where is it? Here, and insert it here. Okay? Now you have it. I draw some here. It's just for practice. I draw, for example, here to here. Right, selected, right click, and select ratios. There are good ratios here, and even the default is good. Default is good. Okay? Very easy, okay? So the tool here is not the name APP. It's Fibonacci expansion line. Okay? So, any questions so far? If you have any questions, write it down because I want to move further. The next example, finding the end of the trend by APP and external. This one is end of the trend, okay? APP helps us with internal and external. It's a very good helper, in fact. So, draw APP from here, 3 points, beginning of the previous trend, end of the previous trend to beginning of previous correction. Okay? 3 lines here. The next one, external from the beginning of the correction to end of the correction. Okay? You can see, I don't know why it doesn't show this line. This line is so far from the line, so I should remove it. Let's add bars. Okay. I should remove it, erase this, and this is far from this zone. I should erase this, okay? Now you can see price is reached to our zone and reverse. Please pay attention. It's very important that we find this in advance. You know, after the fact worth nothing, okay? In advance is very important, and we should find the zone in advance. And example number 4. Example number 4 is again finding the end of the trend. We use APP. We use external with these 2 lines. How many zones? One zone is very close to each other. Second zone, no, it's not. Okay, you can see price has reached to our zone and reverse. It's very easy, very practical. Next example is a little advanced example. For this example, I use, for end of the correction, I use internal and APP. This example is for overlapping correction. Please pay attention, this correction has overlapped with this one. That's why I use this method for this. First, I use longer time frame movement for finding the end of correction, okay? Longer time frame movement. Second, I use recent trends, okay? One from here, one from here, both to this point. Okay, here, here, and here. Let's draw line with 10 here and here. Okay. Normal. Okay. You can see there is two lines. That price, let's erase it. That price made a zone, sorry, level, Fibonacci level, made a zone from one retracement from here to here, and one retracement from here to here. Okay? And I should erase this one too, because they are far. And I use APP. It's very close to that line, you know. We have a zone, two retracement, two time frame movement, and one APP. Okay? Correction has ended in our zone as we expected. You know, in real market, it's very easy, and you should be able to do such a thing in advance. It's very important. Again, another example like the before one. These two examples were just the same. These two examples just the same, and these two examples again just the same. Okay, I draw from here to here. Okay, again from here to here. In this case, we have three zones. We can't remove it because they are very close to each other and they made a zone. Okay, now APP. APP. This line is too far. Okay, this zone doesn't have any APP. Remove. Now we have two zones. In each one we get trading signal, we should take it. Okay? With analyzing we find two reversal points. In or this one, if we found a zone, entry point, we should take it. Okay, you can see in this zone price has made an entry point, has made a reversal very close, a little far, but it's still close to the zone. You can enter the market and enter that distance. Okay, this is enough for analyzing part, and I'm sure you got the idea. You should practice, you know. I don't expect right now with 1 hour learning, or 1 hour and a half. Okay, with 1 hour and a half learning, you'll be a very excellent analyzer. No. But I expect you get the idea and watch the recording again and again. And if you have any question, ask me. You have my email, you have my Instagram, my YouTube, everything, okay? And if you have any question about this lesson, ask me. And if you have any question about any other classes, or if you think this class is very advanced for you, because yes, it's advanced for some people. If you think it's advanced for you, so tell me, you know, feel free. You can tell me here, you can tell me in my Instagram, or ask me to make, for example, more beginner class, okay? And I plan to make class for some people who are very beginner, not this advanced, to take with trends and analyzing and working with the charts, okay? So give me feedback. Jose, I don't know the name. I think it's Jose. I can't pronounce it very well. Said, will you sending us the full recording with our email? Sure. Send me email, even in Instagram. I will upload it in my YouTube and send you the links. Yes, sure, I'm here to teach and record for you guys. And yes, I will send it for you. And if you have any question, ask me. If you don't have, maybe I can tell you some amazing thing about psychology. You know, good. Actually, I'm very excited about it. I'm excited about the charts every time. After a long time, after 7 years, it's still not a chart. I'm very excited about it. I like them very much. And I'm excited about psychology too. So, I don't have any questions so far. If you can ask questions later, it's up to you. Talk about psychology. In fact, I don't write anything about psychology here. I should write it down. Thank you. I write it down. Okay, I write here improvisatively. I write here bar right. Okay, psychology. 9 situations that when happens you should be prepared for it. Okay, I talk about 9 when. When price reverse before or after reaching the zone. Let's write it here. When price reverse before or after reaching your predefined zone. Okay? Defined zone. The first one. Now here is the first one. Erase this. When price reverse before or after reaching your zone. If it reverse before reaching your zone, who cares? You should jump it and try to put your trade. Okay? Don't watch the price before reaching reverse your price. You know, you make something respected. It's very important. Please respect your analyze. When you analyze and find the reversal point, for example, here, okay? Respect it. When price reverse before it, who cares? Don't care about it. Just care about it if reverse in the zone that you have defined. Okay? And don't care about it even if price cross your zone and reverse. The first scenario. When price reaches your target zone. Right. When price reaches your target zone. Okay, you made the analyzing this color beautiful for you too. I think it's a little girl, but it's beautiful. And like the color just for using more color. Okay? Okay. When price reaches your target, all of your thinking, all of your, I don't know, making your mind, targeting, everything is in advance. When price reached your target zone, no more analyzing. Okay? Analyzing is in advance device, not on time device. Okay? When price reaches, just look for entry. Okay? Don't care about anything. You already analyzed. Don't do more analyze. Okay? When price reaches, go for entry. The next one. When a trader wants to add more indicator. You know, I don't have any issue with indicators. Okay? I don't have any issue with indicator, but when trader wants to add more indicators, color yellow, I show you no one can see what is going on. But okay, more indicators. It's a bad color for white background. Okay, when a trader look for more indicator. Please pay attention. Using indicator is good, but more indicator not. Okay, if you find every indicator in the world and try to put it in your chart, it makes you a lot of noises, a lot of pressure when you want to make the side. Try to find enough indicator. It doesn't need to be a lot. Maybe even 1 or 2 indicators is enough for you. You don't need to use a lot of indicators. Okay, it makes decision making very difficult for you. When trader wants to invest large percentage of his income, in fact with a visible fault, I mean this one. When trader wants to invest a large his account, it's wrong. Totally wrong. I don't mind how great you are in trading, how professional you are. It's wrong to invest 50% of your account in one trade. It's completely wrong. Don't do that. Okay? Even with this analyzing that I told you, you should use a rational money management, not huge, difficult huge percentage of your account. Okay? When a low probability situation, situation, correct, tempts the trader to trade. Please pay attention. Do you remember I told you remove some lines from Fibonacci internal retracement? Do you remember? Why I told you? Because they are low probability. Please pay attention. It's money, real money, hard-earned money. You shouldn't invest it on low probability situation. You should invest on high probability situation. Okay? It's wrong. Don't do that. It's wrong. When a trader, it's very funny in fact, when a trader analyze but ignore it. It's very funny, but you will see it a lot in some loser traders. No winner traders do such a thing. I told you, when you analyze it, respect it. Okay? When you analyze it, wait price reach to your predefined zone, and when it reverse, try to, when it give you trading signal, try to put in trade. Okay? So it's wrong. When you analyze it, ignore it. sorry. When you analyze it, respect it. Don't ignore it. And when a trader analyzes properly, but he loses anyway. When a trader analyzes properly, but he loses anyway. Please pay attention. You learn analyzing, okay? And if you practice it and try to work on it, you will be very good analyzer and good trader, I'm sure. But it's possible you lose in some trade, you know. Real world, you know. It's not holy grail that you have find 100% win ratio strategy. No, it doesn't. It's not like that, okay? It's not like that. It's possible still that you lose some trade. That's why we use money management. Okay? And it's very important that you have this mindset that if you lose a trade, who cares? You still have a lot of position to make a lot of money like this from trends. Okay? So don't care about it. And when a trader, the last win, when a trader use technical in high impact, technical analyzing in high impact news. Last one and the last color, our beautiful girlish color, this one. Continue. Yeah. Okay. When a trader use technical analyzing in high impact, it's wrong. It's wrong. Analyzing, especially for day trader. I mean day trader. Let me edit this. I don't talk about long-term trader, because if you trade daily or H4 chart, you don't care about this kind of high impact news. For H4 traders, just F1C is important, but other high impact is not important. Okay, a day trader when a day trader use technical analysis in high impact news, it's wrong. Technical analysis is not just for day trading high impact news time. You should avoid it, okay, because it doesn't respect to technical too. Okay, this session is over. It's very good class, I'm sure. And if you have any questions, let me count it how many wins was here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 wins. It's good. Okay. If you have any question, feel free to ask. If you don't have any questions right now here, it's okay. You can ask questions in my YouTube, in my Instagram, email, and everything you have from me. Okay. I think I wait a little, 1 or 2 minutes if you have any question. If you don't have, I will say goodbye and have a nice trading. And another thing, if you want me to hold the class for beginner level, very beginner level, tell me the topic of the class as a beginner, what you want to know about Forex trading as a beginner. I have a plan to create another free class for beginners, maybe candlestick pattern, maybe introduction for Elliott wave, maybe money management, one of the subjects. And give me feedback if you want any special class you think it's good for others too, for beginners. And if you think this class was for beginners too, tell me, give me feedback. I will be very appreciated. Thank you. If you have any question, I'm here to listen. If you don't have, our session is over. Any question? Okay. Let's check here. Okay. Everybody have a good day, night, evening, or every time you are in. So, okay. To use the indicator. Which indicator do you mean, Jose? First time for him to use the indicator. Which indicators do you mean? All indicators? Very weird question. In fact, choosing time frame is up to you and your personality, your lifestyle, not indicator. Everything that I teach works in every time frame. Everything. But I don't recommend, sorry, I ran out of water. But I don't recommend a smaller than 5 minutes, because a smaller than 5 minutes makes a lot of psychology pressure, and the trends are very small in pip-wise. Visually, in 1 minute, trends are big, but in pip-wise, it doesn't recover a spread even. Almost it doesn't. But it works in all time frames. Everything I teach involves all time frame. But you should choose a time frame that is best for you, for your personality, for your lifestyle. If you, I don't know, you work all the time from, so Nicholas asked if, I'm here to listen. If you have lifestyle, you work all the time, for example, a couple of hours in the morning, and you have children and want to spend time for an evening, so you don't have time for going intraday, and it's okay. Market of freedom. Don't think because you are beginner, because I don't know, your money is, maybe your money is low, you should go for very short time frame. No. It's world of freedom. Enjoy your freedom. Choose a time frame that is proper for you. Okay? Jose or Jose, have you got your answer? If yes, tell me. If no, ask to give you more information. Okay, nice. You're welcome, Nicholas. You're welcome. I hope you enjoyed the class. If you have any suggestion for the next class, tell me. Not right now. I don't mind to make pressure. Every time something happens, something you find out, tell me. I will want to, not very soon, but some other 3 classes I will hold. Not very soon. About candlestick pattern, about Elliott wave introduction, about money management. If other subjects that beginners want to know, tell me. In my classes, I will start from very beginning, because I have time. For example, I will have 1 month. I will start from beginning, maybe from MT4, okay? From working with MT4. But in here, because just 1 or 2 hours, I can to cover everything, okay? I should find a subject and cover it. That's it. Okay, guys. Thanks for being with me. I'm glad to know you guys. And I hope you enjoyed the class and you learned a lot, because I showed a lot, I try to not bombard you, but at least I should cover the topic that I promised people in my Instagram and my YouTube. Okay? If you don't have any question, I close the recording and close the class. Bye everybody. Have a nice time.